Hello everyone, and welcome to my bold and the beautiful spoilers. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Luna's next casualty may be Will. That's what the striking and the lovely spoilers say, assuming there's anything that we've found out about Luna in the brief time frame that she's been in this imaginary town of Los Angeles. You really can't confide in her. The striking and the lovely spoilers, Luna's next casualty may be Will. While she maintains that everybody should accept that she's changed since she's spent at some point in a correctional facility, that probably won't be the situation by any means. Truth be told, during the latest The Striking and the Delightful episode, a ton of fans couldn't resist the opportunity to see that Luna had somewhat of a radiance in her eye after Will had commended her. While there was some hypothesis a while prior that they planned to turn into an expected couple, that never occurred, and it's great that it didn't. That is on the grounds that Luna ended up being a wanton killer. And, surprisingly, however she's invested her energy in prison for her wrongdoings, a great deal of watchers trust there's as yet insufficient proof to accept that she's changed. That, however, many individuals are likewise stressed that she could wind up effectively willing. All things considered, she would have an exceptionally contorted care. The striking and the lovely spoilers propose there's an excellent opportunity that Luna could possibly appeal Will to get what she needs. However, this moment, that can be just about anything. She should get something out of Bill, and the main way that she can get it going is in the event that she uses Will as security. The striking and the lovely spoilers, what's next for Will? With Luna, you simply never realize what is happening to her. However, in the event that Will understands what's best for him, he is certainly going to avoid her. She's simply excessively risky. It's implied that fans will basically need to figure out what will occur straight away. The Intense and the Wonderful airs non-weekend days on the CBS organization. Check your nearby postings front times. Meanwhile, let us in on your thought process by leaving us a line with your viewpoints in our remarks segment underneath. Additionally, remember to return here for all the most recent news and updates on your number one VIPs alongside the most recent spoilers from The Striking and the Delightful, The Youthful and the Fretful, General Emergency Clinic and Days of Our Lives. Here's the reason Bill is aiding Luna on Striking and the Lovely. We thought Bill freaked out when he professed to be enamored with the deadly Sheila on The Strong and the Delightful. Yet, everything ended up being a ploy to attempt to trap her into admitting her wrongdoings and sending her up the stream. That didn't work, and she's apparently changed. Be that as it may, presently he's attempting to do something amazing with another dangerous lady, Luna. He had her moved from jail to his home where she's basically still in jail, complete with a lower leg screen. In any case, the inquiry is, the reason did he do that? What the show would have watchers accept is that Bill had compassion for Luna since she got beat up in prison. Thus, presently she's in a house, which is basically an extravagance jail. She and Bill's discussions have been vast reiterations about how their moms messed them up. Luna faults Poppy's light-hearted way of life as the explanation she turned into a killer, while Bill sort of feels much the same way. As they sympathized, obviously Bill taking in Luna is less him attempting to take care of somebody, and more a plot point. By continually raising his mom, watchers are imagining that maybe Bill's mom will be seen on screen sometime sooner rather than later. I've generally figured it would be fascinating to investigate Bill's relationship with his mom, Diamant told Cleansers. Indeed, even a missing mother would have impacted Bill. Diamant kept waxing about Bill's mom, noticing, she is ostensibly the one who molded him into the man he ultimately became. He made sense of that regardless of whether Bill have a mother who was effectively present in his life, her non-attendance would had an impact in his turn of events. Obviously, in addition to the fact that he is a merciless money manager, but at the same time, he's somewhat of a womanizer. Diamant made sense of additional that Bill hasn't generally treated ladies well, and that may be established in that previous history with his mom. He likewise commented that practically nothing is had some significant awareness of Bill's mother, and regardless of whether she passed on, in light of the fact that it's a drama, she could ultimately turn up. Here's who will find Luna stowing away at the Spencer domain on Intense and the Wonderful. Dollar Note thought he had everything taken care of when he coordinated a mystery arrangement to keep Luna out of jail and set her detained at home at his rich bequest. Nobody could at any point be aware, and he was sure he could stay quiet about her presence. Yet, mysteries never stay covered for long in the realm of striking and the lovely, and inconvenience is blending. Poppy is as of now hot on the path. At the point when she went to visit Luna in jail, she was stunned to gain proficiency with her girl was absent in the framework. With the superintendent keeping mum, she has no clue about where Luna is, however that won't prevent her from finding out. Imagine a scenario where her hunt drives her directly to Bill's front entryway. She could appear and ask for his assist slicing through administrative noise with getting some intel on her lone kid's whereabouts. Will she stroll in expecting a partner and on second thought encounter a little girl she believed was lost? Assuming Poppy figures out Luna is stowing away at the Spencer domain, the stakes will be higher than any time in recent memory. Will she request replies, call the specialists, or keep her lips fixed for the opportunity to reconnect with her girl? Poppy has been holding on to her very own significant mystery, the genuine personality of Luna's dad. With feelings running high and the stunning disclosure of Luna in Bill's house, will this be the second she at last spills reality? Simply envision the tumult when Luna learns her much-cherished cousin is actually her daddy. In the event that Poppy chooses to stay silent about Luna's whereabouts, it could come at a lofty expense. She'll be obliged to Bill, caught in a trap of falsehoods that could detonate without warning. Be that as it may, assuming that she uncovered Luna's area, she takes a chance with breaking her little girl's trust until the end of time. With such countless inquiries twirling, the show at the Spencer domain is going to arrive at a limit. Will Poppy cooperate and safeguard Luna? Will her urgency to be with her girl compel her to make an uncommon move? This could be the wind that keeps this storyline turning. Luna's risky game will be her next casualty? Luna has proactively established truly a connection with the strong and the delightful since her appearance in Los Angeles. From the outset, she seemed like simply one more baffling person with a pained past, yet as time went on, watchers started to see exactly the way that perilous she truly is. While she might profess to have changed after her time in the slammer, her activities propose in any case. Her chilly disposition and the force behind her eyes have left many fans contemplating whether she's genuinely changed or on the other hand in the event that she's simply awaiting her opportunity. Luna's next casualty could possibly be Will, and that is a startling thought. In a new episode, Luna was seen answering Will's commendation with a shine in her eye, a radiance that appeared to recommend she wasn't quite so honest as she showed up. This short snapshot of collaboration lighted hypothesis about their possible association, and seeing why is simple. Luna is a pro at utilizing her appeal to control individuals. Her capacity to understand others and win circumstances in support of herself is an expertise she's sharpened throughout the long term. While she may be claiming to have a milder side, the hazier piece of her persona is still particularly unblemished. Fans recollect Luna's past, a past set apart by viciousness and control. She has a background marked by cutthroat activities, and despite the fact that she spent time in jail, it's difficult to accept that she's genuinely different. Individuals like Luna don't quit being risky on the grounds that they've had some time in the slammer. Furthermore, the manner in which she checked out freely after his commendation? That could be an indication that she has her sights set on him. Will has forever been depicted as a charitable and benevolent person, making him an obvious objective for somebody like Luna. His propensity to believe individuals and his compassionate nature could place him in a shaky circumstance with her. On the off chance that Luna sees Will as somebody she can control or use for her potential benefit, it won't take long for her to take action. Her determined way of behaving probably won't be promptly clear to Will, however the second he turns out to be excessively agreeable, she'll strike. One of Luna's assets is her capacity to persuade others that she's innocuous, or even that she's a changed individual. Assuming she acquires Will's trust, she'll have the ideal chance to take advantage of him for her own benefit. Whether that implies involving him as influence over Bill or controlling him to draw nearer to her definitive objectives, Will could end up caught in Luna's web without acknowledging it. The risk of misjudging Luna. What makes Luna so perilous is her capacity to keep individuals speculating, She's a pro at concealing her actual goals, which makes her even more erratic. Not at all like different bad guys who transparently express their perniciousness, Luna remembers the big picture. She doesn't convey intimidations, she takes actions, and those moves are frequently determined and exact. She doesn't have to undermine Will or any other individual, since she knows how to make them come to her readily. Luna's association with Bill Spencer just muddles things further. Bill is known for his savagery, and his relationship with Luna is a weird one. By all accounts, Bill is assisting Luna by lodging her at his domain under house with capturing. However, the more deeply inspirations driving his activities stay indistinct. Could it be said that he is essentially attempting to set things right for his own past, or does he have a more private stake in Luna's circumstance? One way or the other, Luna's nearness to Bill could furnish her with the ideal chance to acquire power. Luna's capacity to engage everyone around her is a most disrupting aspect regarding her. She's the sort of character who can persuade individuals that she's guiltless and meriting their assistance. Be that as it may, behind her sweet grin and thoughtful words is a brain fit for control and double-dealing. Will, being the confiding face-to-face that he is, probably won't see Luna for who she genuinely is until it's past the point of no return. One potential inspiration for Luna's activities could be a craving for power. She won't hesitate to control individuals to accomplish her objectives. Assuming she accepts that involving Will as a pawn in her game against Bill will facilitate her goal, she will do it decisively. She could undoubtedly contort the story and cause herself to seem like the person in question, meanwhile plotting her best course of action to assume command over the circumstance. Assuming Luna directs her concentration toward Will, the outcomes could obliterate. Will's life could be flipped around by her plotting, and he could wind up in a perilous circumstance where his security and prosperity are in danger. Luna isn't somebody who carries on honestly, and on the off chance that she feels cornered or undermined, she will not hold back to go to outrageous lengths. Will's best strategy is avoid Luna by and large. The more he associates with her, the more probable it is that he'll become entrapped in her arrangements. The more he remains in her circle, the more troublesome it will be for him to escape solid. The erratic idea of Luna's personality. What makes Luna such a spellbinding and unnerving person is her eccentricism. She's not somebody who follows a customary bad guy curve. She's all the more a shadowy figure who hides behind the scenes, trusting that the ideal second will strike. As time passes, Luna draws nearer to accomplishing her objectives, and Will could be the way into her prosperity. Fans will watch to perceive how Luna's relationship with Will unfurls. Will he succumb to her charms, or will he see through her demonstration before it's past the point of no return? No matter what the result, one thing is sure, Luna's best course of action will be as hazardous as could be expected, and nobody is protected from her controls. Why Bill is aiding Luna, a more intensive gander at the Spencer relational peculiarities. Charge Spencer, one of the most considerable and heartless characters on The Strong and the Lovely, has forever been a man driven by power, desire, and his own arrangement of individual codes. Throughout the long term, we've seen him pursue tough choices, remembering his complicated associations with the individuals for his life, his transactions, and his frequently disputable choices. One of the additional perplexing moves lately, be that as it may, is his choice to encourage Luna after her delivery from jail. To the rest of the world, it could seem like Bill is showing an uncommon snapshot of empathy, however the fact of the matter is undeniably more muddled. Bill's choice to help Luna isn't just about offering grace or aiding somebody out of luck, it's substantially more layered than that. As with the vast majority of Bill's activities, there are ulterior thought processes at play. How about we dig into the different justifications for why Bill may be assisting Luna, investigating his close-to-home inspirations, his past, and how these components with coming together to shape his choice. Bill's complicated person. Charge Spencer's set of experiences has forever been one of catch-22s. By all accounts, he's a merciless money manager, able to take the necessary steps to excel. He has a background marked by taking advantage of others for his own benefit and recognizing the sensations of people around him. However, this hard-edged outside conceals a man who, every so often, uncovers a more weak side. His associations with ladies are a demonstration of this duality. He's cherished profoundly, but at the same time, he's harmed those nearest to him. His confounded associations with his children, Liam and Wyatt, further feature his conflicts under the surface between being a dad and being the man he is in the corporate world. Bill's activities toward Luna, however, address one more side of him. Notwithstanding being known for his relentless ways, he's much of the time ended up in circumstances where he assists the people who is seeming, by all accounts, to be out for the count. His choice to take Luna in after her jail sentence was obviously a choice that came from some place past basic foundation. Bill could have seen something in Luna that helped him to remember his own aggravation or feeling of deserting. His ability to assist somebody with enjoying Luna, who, by all accounts, appears to be undeserving of help, proposes that there's more going on behind the scenes. Luna's experience, her past loaded up with torment, mix-ups, and lament, appears to evoke an emotional response from Bill. Throughout the long term, Bill has had his own wild connection with family, especially with his mom. His sensations of relinquishment and the close-to-home scars from growing up have molded him into the individual he is today. Maybe in Luna, Bill sees an impression of his more youthful self, somebody who went with terrible choices yet at the same time merits an opportunity at recovery. He could see her as somebody who, similar as himself, needs assistance to beat her past and make a big deal about her future. This lined up among Luna and Bill could be the reason he's so attracted to her. Bill might be attempting to fix something broken within himself, and aiding Luna could be a method for calming his own aggravation. By offering Luna an opportunity to remake her life, Bill may be subliminally attempting to make up for himself for the slip-ups he's made throughout the long term. It's not just about aiding somebody with the very best of intentions, it's tied in with mending wounds that he has never completely stood up to. While there is a close-to-home part to Bill's activities, there's likewise an essential one. Charge Spencer is no moron, and he does nothing without working out the expected dangers and prizes. Luna's attendance at the Spencer domain could be important for a bigger plan. The way that he carried her to live under his rooftop, with a lower leg screen no less, recommends that he is attempting to control what is going on. Bill, ever the tactician, could see Luna as a possible resource in his continuous epic showdowns, whether it's with rival organizations, his family, or even his previous foes. Bill could likewise be utilizing Luna to draw nearer to other significant figures in her day-to-day existence, similar to her mom, Poppy, or even Luna's puzzling associations with different characters in the show. By keeping Luna close, he could acquire influence over others, involving her as a pawn in a bigger round of control. Bill's set of experiences of merciless strategic policies and dealings with other strong figures proposes that he is continuously thinking a few strides ahead. On the off chance that Luna can be an instrument for Bill to accomplish his definitive objectives, he will utilize her decisively. One of the main parts of Bill's character is his muddled relationship with his mom. Bill's set of experiences with his mom is loaded up with personal strife, and something has formed his character in significant ways. Albeit little is had some significant awareness of Bill's mom, obviously her impact, or deficiency in that department, lastingly affects him. In interviews, Bill's portrayer, where Diamant, has referenced that Bill's mom was potentially the main lady in his life, and maybe the person who formed him into the man he is today. Considering this, Bill's choice to take Luna in could be something other than a demonstration of sympathy. It could likewise be a way for Bill to investigate his own unsettled sentiments about his mom. By aiding Luna, he may be attempting to recuperate something inside himself, or he could try and be subliminally reproducing a maternal dynamic with her. Bill's requirement for reclamation could likewise be established in his irritating issues with his mom, and Luna, as it were, could address the sort of individual Bill might have been had he gotten the affection and direction he needed as a youngster. Bill is no more unusual to mental control, and his relationship with Luna is no special case. By bringing Luna into his home, Bill is setting himself in a strategic, influential place. He controls the climate she resides in, holding her under his careful focus with a lower leg screen, which is basically a type of house capture. This arrangement is intended to hold Luna back from going excessively far off track. However, it likewise puts Bill in a position where he can control her activities and choices. Bill could likewise be attempting to maneuver Luna toward feeling obligated to him. He's allowed her a subsequent opportunity, and likewise with a large number of his different connections, Bill could anticipate something consequently. Luna could end up progressively trapped in Bill's snare of control, unfit to get away from the hold he has on her. Bill is no more odd to utilizing individuals to get what he needs, and he could consider Luna to be a valuable device to accomplish his objectives. While Bill could believe he's in charge of the circumstance, there's generally the likelihood that Luna is playing him. As a talented controller, Luna may be utilizing Bill's shortcomings against him. Her appeal, joined with her capacity to seem powerless, could make Bill more defenseless to her impact. It's far from impossible that Luna could utilize Bill's inner unrest against him, reversing the situation and utilizing him to additional her own objectives. On the off chance that Luna figures out how to control Bill, the results could be desperate. Bill could find himself sincerely and monetarily put resources into Luna, just to understand that he's been played from the beginning. This situation would add one more layer of intricacy to their relationship, featuring the risky game that the two characters are playing. This breakdown ought to provide you with a point-by-point comprehension of why Bill is helping Luna. There are close-to-home, vital, and mental variables at play, and the connection between these two characters will undoubtedly develop much more muddled from here on out. Might you want to investigate any piece of this in more detail or shift concentration to one more part of the show? The mystery of Luna's area at the Spencer home is one that will not stay stowed away for eternity. In the realm of the strong and the wonderful, mysteries have an approach to becoming exposed, and Luna's attendance at the Spencer chateau is no special case. While Bill has figured out how to keep her stowed away for the time being, there are a few characters who might actually uncover reality. As usual, the inquiry isn't exactly who will find out, yet what the disclosure will mean for the continuous show. We should investigate the potential competitors who could coincidentally find Luna, and how they could respond to the stunning disclosure. Poppy has proactively exhibited her furious commitment to her little girl Luna. At the point when she went to visit Luna in jail and observed that she was presently not in the framework, Poppy was left in obscurity about her girl's whereabouts. Obviously Poppy won't surrender effectively as she continued looking for Luna, and it's inevitable before she reveals reality. Not entirely settled and clever, so it's anything but a stretch to envision her at last finding Luna, regardless of whether it implies facing Bill Spencer himself. She could visit the Spencer domain all the while assuming a pretense of attempting to slice through formality and find out where Luna is. Her visit could prompt an unforeseen showdown among mother and girl. On the off chance that Poppy really does for sure find Luna stowing away at Bill's manor, it will mess up the painstakingly built facade Bill has made. The stakes will be high assuming that Poppy finds Luna's whereabouts. She could either request replies from Bill, take steps to call the specialists, or even choose to maintain calm and control to reconnect with her girl. The chance of a gathering among Poppy and Luna is enticing, but on the other hand it's full of profound intricacy. Poppy's disclosure would ignite a chain of occasions that could make a huge difference for the Spencer family and everybody in question in Luna's story. Liam Spencer, the ethical compass of the Spencer family, is many times the person who uncovers reality when others are staying discreet. He's no more unusual to exploring matters, particularly when it includes his dad, Bill. Assuming Liam begins to become dubious about Bill's activities, especially with respect to Luna's abrupt vanishing from jail, he could conclude to do some digging all alone. Given areas of strength for him of equity, Liam probably won't be happy with Bill's unclear clarifications or avoidances. Assuming he begins posing the right inquiries, it won't take long for him to draw an obvious conclusion and sort out that Luna is concealing under Bill's rooftop. Liam's revelation could prompt a showdown among him in charge, one that could challenge their generally convoluted father-child relationship. Liam's relationship with Bill has forever been loaded up with pressure, and this disclosure could additionally extend that break. Liam could see his dad's choice to hold on to Luna as another problematic moral decision, one that could imperil their family as well as others also. On the off chance that Liam reveals reality, it could drive Bill into a troublesome position where he needs to account for himself, prompting expected show and difficulties inside the Spencer relational peculiarity. The reliable child who could have an alternate response Wyatt Spencer, Bill's other child, may be the person who finds Luna at the Spencer home, yet his response could be very not the same as Liam's. Dissimilar to Liam, Wyatt will in general be seriously understanding and pardoning with regards to his dad's activities. Wyatt has frequently been the more thoughtful and receptive Spencer kin, so he may be more disposed to assume the best about Bill with regards to his choice to help Luna. Be that as it may, Wyatt's dependability to his dad could be tried on the off chance that Luna's mystery turns into a greater issue. On the off chance that he reveals Luna's area and finds out about the intricacies of Bill's inclusion with her, Wyatt might begin to scrutinize his dad's intentions. Could Bill involve Luna for some ulterior reason? Or on the other hand, might there be another side to the circumstance that Wyatt doesn't completely have any idea yet? Wyatt's response to finding Luna's concealing spot could head down a few paths. He could choose to stay silent about it and safeguard Bill, accepting that his dad has a legitimate justification behind taking Luna in. Then again, Wyatt could choose to stand up to his dad and ask him what's truly happening. Regardless, his revelation would make strain between the Spencer siblings and add one more layer of intricacy to the storyline. Steffi, the external eyewitness who could come to an obvious conclusion. Forrester, one more central participant in the striking and the wonderful universe, is no more interesting to the show that encompasses the Spencer family. In spite of the fact that she isn't straightforwardly engaged with Luna's circumstance, Steffi's sharp senses and sharp capacity to get on things others could miss make her a potential person who could find Luna at the Spencer bequest. Assuming Steffi begins to see odd way of behaving from Bill or hears bits of gossip about Luna's vanishing, she could start to come to an obvious conclusion. Steffi has forever been areas of strength for a lady with a straightforward demeanor, so assuming she figures out that Bill is concealing Luna, she will not hold back to defy him. Her revelation could put one more layer of intricacy on Bill's circumstance, particularly assuming she chooses to impart the data to other people. Steffi's association with both Bill and Liam implies that she could be trapped in this disclosure. In the event that she reveals Luna's confidential and chooses to tell Liam, it could start an unstable showdown among Bill and his children. On the off chance that Steffi chooses to stay silent for harmony, it could make a struggle under the surface for her as she wrestles with whether she ought to uncover reality. Brooke, the defensive mother who won't allow insider facts to go unnoticed. Brooke Logan, the matron of the Logan family, has forever been a person who safeguards those she loves and battles for what she accepts is correct. On the off chance that she finds out about Luna's concealing spot, she's probably going to reach out, either on the grounds that she's worried for her girl's well-being or in light of the fact that she's defensive of the Spencer family. Brooke's relationship with Bill is muddled, and in the event that she finds that he's concealing a possibly risky individual like Luna, she might feel a sense of urgency to mediate. Brooke's defensive impulses could lead her to stand up to Bill about his choices, particularly assuming she accepts Luna's presence could hurt others. Her disclosure of Luna's whereabouts could make pressure among her and Bill as well as between the two families. Brooke's job in this revelation could ignite another part in her relationship with Bill, as she might feel sold out by his mysterious activities. In the event that she chooses to stand up to him, it could prompt a sensational confrontation, and Bill might need to pick either safeguarding his family's standing or confronting the outcomes of holding on to a crook. The revelation of Luna stowing away at the Spencer home will without a doubt have broad ramifications for all interested parties. Whether it's Poppy's personal get-together with her girl, Liam's ethical showdown with his dad, or Wyatt's tangled devotion to Bill, this disclosure will make a splash. The emotional potential is gigantic, and the manner in which the characters respond to this disclosure will make way for considerably more exciting bends in the road in the continuous storyline. Notwithstanding the profound aftermath, the disclosure could prompt lawful outcomes. Assuming Luna's previous violations become known or then again on the off chance that Bill's contribution in aiding her is uncovered, both Luna and Bill could confront huge repercussions. The strain between the Spencer family and the Forrester family could heighten, and new collusions could shape following these disclosures. Luna's clouded side keeps on becoming the dominant focal point in the striking and the delightful, and her threatening activities are nowhere near finished. While many characters in the drama have gone through critical development or recovery circular segments, Luna is one of the people who appear to be caught in her contemptible ways. From her underlying presentation, Luna stirred things up as somebody who couldn't be relied upon. Regardless of showing a few snapshots of weakness, her gigantic propensities have stayed steady, keeping her at the center of attention as a profoundly deceitful person. Her manipulative ways appear to exceed all rational limitations. Whether she's disrupting others' connections or conspiring to propel her own plan, Luna demonstrates on numerous occasions that she will persevere relentlessly to get what she needs. Also, with each new plotline, she just appears to develop more risky, utilizing both appeal and terrorizing to excel in the ferocious universe of the strong and the wonderful. Yet again, one of her latest activities includes an extreme competition with a portion of the show's driving characters, where she has shown her capacity to control circumstances for her potential benefit. Her contention with key figures like Steffi and Trust has added another degree of show, with Luna continuously figuring out how to remain 2 strides ahead. She's likewise shown an uncanny capacity to make others question their own view of the real world, further laying out her as a considerable enemy. In spite of certain watchers pulling for Luna to transform, obviously the essayists have decided to save her on the dull way for the present, adding intricacy to her personality. While her immense activities might make her an impressive lowlife, they likewise push different characters forward, as they should reliably outsmart and defeat her. Whether she can at any point really be recovered is not yet clear, however for the present, Luna stays one of the striking and the delightful's most flighty and hazardous characters. Luna's time in the strong and the wonderful has been one loaded up with misdirection, control, and savagery. Since her presentation, Luna has impressed by a strong, hazardous power. While many characters in the drama develop, and gain from their missteps, Luna stays one of only a handful of exceptional who adheres to her dim, computing ways. As a genuine bad guy, her collaborations with different characters frequently result in a path of close to home obliteration afterward. From turning individuals against one another to making struggle that doesn't have to exist, Luna has persistently shown that she has no restrictions with regards to accomplishing her objectives. In the new spoilers, one of the main improvements is Luna's clear spotlight on Will, a person whose life could be flipped around by the vile goals of Luna. While Will has generally been a more honest person inside the series, Luna's activities toward him could flag a dull turn for the more youthful age on the intense and the wonderful. Will, who has frequently been a more unbiased or even weak person, could turn into Luna's next casualty. While he's normally protected from the more vicious elements of the grown-up world, Luna's vindictive impact could change that. Luna has an approach to taking advantage of others' shortcomings, and Will's naivety and his association with strong families on the show make him an obvious objective. For Luna, nobody is beyond reach. On the off chance that she can maneuver Will toward betraying his family or in any event, undermining his own connections, it would be one more move toward cementing her situation as a risky power in the storyline. Her inspirations appear to continuously be established in personal circumstance, whether she's focusing on somebody for individual addition or just partaking in the confusion she causes. In the forthcoming episodes, the crowd might see Luna focusing on Will's weakness and manners that are both unpretentious and plain. Luna might attempt to worm her direction into his trust by claiming to be somebody he can trust in, just to later endeavor him when he's generally powerless. Given her past, obviously Luna has no issue involving individuals as pawns to accomplish her objectives. Whether she's controlling Will to additional her own arrangements or attempting to obliterate his associations with relatives, Luna's noxious strategies could before long set Will in an unbelievably problematic position. Will's associations with his folks, similar to Bill Spencer and Katie Logan, have forever been at the focal point of his story. On the off chance that Luna targets him, it could include cutting down his family, making a far-reaching influence that influences everybody around them. As Luna proceeds with her mission of double-dealing, the pressure encompassing her collaborations with Will could prompt a few hazardous minutes. As Luna's next casualty, Will could end up in conflict with his own relatives, causing cracks and errors that could require a long time to unwind. He could likewise become trapped in a snare of untruths turned by Luna, driving him down a way that could bring about dependable profound results. Assuming Luna prevails with regards to making Will question those nearest to him, she could transform him into a pawn in a bigger game that upsets the elements of the whole show. The emotional strain encompassing Luna's personality is just developing, and as the spoilers show, her best course of action could be completely annihilating. Will, who has frequently been a calmer person, may now be pushed into a place of outrageous profound weakness. The test for him will be not exclusively to endure Luna's controls, yet in addition to safeguard his connections and try not to fall into Luna's snare. The more Luna controls him, the more prominent the gamble of him letting completely go over his own life and his association with his loved ones. While Luna's arrangements might appear to be cold and determined, they likewise raise the stakes for different characters. On the off chance that Will turns into an objective, everyone around him, similar to his folks and others in the Spencer and Logan families, will without a doubt battle to shield him from Luna's grip. This could prompt an extreme family struggle that powers future storylines. Whether Luna prevails in her plot to cut down Will is not yet clear, however there's no question that her power and command over others will keep on representing a huge danger to people around her. As we move further into the new episodes, fans can anticipate that Luna should stay a focal bad guy in the show, persistently testing the constraints of different characters and pushing the account toward hazier, more extreme storylines. While Will's contribution in her plans might be only the start, obviously Luna's rule of control is nowhere near finished. As the stakes develop higher and her impact spreads, fans will be left pondering exactly how much destruction Luna will leave afterward before she's at last defied by those she's violated.